Hello students, let us continue chapter 9 data handling. Let us now discuss the next topic, a bar graph. Now, representing data with the help of a pictograph is something we discussed in the previous classes, but we have seen that it is very time consuming and also sometimes very difficult because it is not possible to represent the data in the pictograph unless it is rounded off. So, we are going to see some other way of representing data visually. That is the bar graph. Now, bars of uniform width can be drawn horizontally or vertically with equal spacing between them, and then the length of each bar represents the given number. In this way, bars are drawn which represents data, and this is called bar diagram or a bar graph. क्या करेंगे हम? बार्स ड्रॉ करेंगे यूनिफॉर्म विड्थ का, यानी कि उनका थिकनेस इक्वल होगा और उनके बीच में जो स्पेसिंग है वो भी इक्वल होगी. हॉरिजॉन्टली ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं या फिर वर्टिकली ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं. एंड व्हेन वी ड्रॉ दिस, द लेंथ ऑफ द बार, जो बार का लेंथ होगा, दैट विल रिप्रेजेंट द गिवन नंबर. लेट अस कंसिडर एन एग्जांपल ऑफ अ बार ग्राफ टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस बेटर. With this, we have the next topic, interpretation of a bar graph, and here we are given a bar graph. Here horizontal bars are given to us and the length of each bar represents the number. For example, here we are given time intervals and number of vehicles. सो टाइम इंटरवल्स 6 to 7 के बीच में यहाँ पर ये जो बार ड्रॉ किया है, इसका लेंथ रिप्रेजेंट करता है द नंबर 100 को. तो नंबर ऑफ व्हीकल्स क्या है? 100 है. कौन से टाइम इंटरवल के लिए? फॉर 6 to 7. In this way we can read bar graph. Now this is an example of a vehicular traffic at a busy road crossing in Delhi, and this data was provided by the traffic police on a particular day. The number of vehicles passing through the crossing every hour from 6 AM to 12 noon. 6 AM से लेके 12 noon तक जो number of vehicles cross होते हैं, that is shown with the help of a bar graph. Now we are given the scale for bar graph. The scale is 1 unit length equal to 100 vehicle. That is 1 unit length is equal to 100 vehicles is the scale. क्योंकि यहाँ पर जैसे हम लोग देख सकते हैं, here we have the number of vehicles और this is the horizontal line and here one division, ये जो division है ये 1 unit length है. तो if we start from 0, the next number we have is 100. That is this 1 unit length जो है that represents 100 vehicles. सिमिलरली यहाँ पर जो 2 यूनिट लेंथ है वो रिप्रेजेंट करता है 200 व्हीकल्स को. एंड सिमिलरली फॉर 3 यूनिट लेंथ वी हैव 300 व्हीकल्स एंड सो ऑन टिल 1200. So in this way we will read the number of vehicles. Once again, starting from 0, the first division will be 1 unit length. और अगर यहाँ पर 50 है, then that means this represents 50 vehicles. That is 1 unit length represents 50 vehicle. But here we are given 100. So hence the given scale that 1 unit length is equal to 100 vehicles. So in this way, data can be represented on a bar graph, and from this data we can answer many questions. We can see that the maximum traffic is shown by the longest bar. जो longest bar है, that is between 7 AM to 8 AM. We have the longest bar and here we have 1200 vehicles. तो जो length है इस बार का, that is equal to 1200 number of vehicles. Similarly, the second longer bar is for 8 AM to 9 AM. इससे जस्ट जो छोटा बार है वो 8 AM से 9 AM को है और कौन से वैल्यू, कौन से नंबर ऑफ व्हीकल्स को रिप्रेजेंट करता है? इट रिप्रेजेंट्स 1000 व्हीकल्स. एंड सिमिलरली द नेक्स्ट बार रिप्रेजेंट्स 900 व्हीकल्स, दैट इज फॉर 9 to 10 AM. And the shortest bar, the smallest bar, that is for 100 vehicles is represented by this bar or this rectangle from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. and the bar that is just longer than the smallest bar is between 11 a.m. and 12 noon. If the numbers in the data are large, then you may need a different scale. For example, take the case of the growth of the population of India. The numbers are in crores. So, if you take 1 unit length to 1 person or even 100 persons, then also it will be very difficult to draw the bar. It won't be possible to draw the bar graph. So, in this case, we will take the scale as 1 unit length is equal to 10 crores. So for the year 1951, the population is 36 crores. Since 1 unit length is equal to 10 crores, for the year 1961, the population is 44 crores. So इसी तरह से अगर हमें 3 units लेना है, so the population will be 30 crores. So here, lastly for the year 2001, we have 102. So this represents 102 crores. So in this way, we can interpret a bar graph. Let us now consider an example. Read the adjoining bar graph showing the number of students in a particular class of a school. Answer the following questions. So in the adjoining figure, we are given a bar graph. Here this represents years and the number of students in a particular school. Here you can see the scale is 1 unit length is equal to 10 students. So for the year 2000, the number of students is equal to 30. For the year 2001, we are given the number of students is equal to 40. So here we are given some questions. First of all, we are asked that what is the scale of this graph, which I have already explained. It is 1 unit length is equal to 10 students. The scale is 1 unit length equals 10 students. Next, how many new students are added every year? So here in the year 2000 it was 30. In the year 2001 it was 40. Similarly, in the year 2002 it was 50. In the year 2003 it was 60. So यहाँ पर जैसे हम लोग observe कर सकते हैं from this bar graph, every year there is a gap of 10 students. 30, 40, 50, 60, there is a difference of 10 students. So we can say that 10 new students are added every year. Next, is the number of students in the year 2003 twice that in the year 2000? So here the number of students in the year 2003 is 60 and the number of students in the year 2000 is 30. So the answer is yes, 2000 में 30 थे number of students and it became double, that is 60. So here the answer is yes, the number of students in the year 2003 is twice that in the year 2000. Now let us begin exercise 9.3 question number 1. The bar graph given alongside shows the amount of wheat purchased by government during the year 1998 to 2002. Read the bar graph and write down your observations. In which year was A, the wheat production maximum, B, the wheat production minimum? So, in question number 1, we are given a bar graph that shows the amount of wheat purchased by the government during this year. So, to begin with, we have 1998, then 1999 and so on till 2002, and we are given the wheat production in 1000 tons where 1 unit length is equal to 5000 tons. That is, if it is 2 unit length, then it will be equal to 2 into 5, which is equal to 10,000 tons. In this way, we will read this bar graph. So firstly, we are asked that in which year? We asked the year in which the wheat production was maximum. So as you can see in 2002, the length of the bar is the greatest. सबसे ज़्यादा length जो है वो bar का वो year 2002 में है. So we can see that since the height of the bar for 2002 is maximum. So the wheat production in 2002 is maximum. Next we are asked that in which year was the wheat production minimum. Now the height of the bar for the year 1998 is minimum. As you can see बाकी bars के comparison में इसका height जो है वो कम है, small है. So the wheat production in 1998 is the minimum. It can be seen that it is 15,000 tons. So the answer for the first question is 2002, it was maximum, and for the second question it is the year 1998. Question number 2. Observe this bar graph which is showing the sale of shirts in a ready-made shop from Monday to Saturday. Here in this bar graph we are given days starting from Monday to Saturday, and it is the sale of shirts. So here we are given the number of shirts sold, and here we are given the scale that 1 unit length is equal to 5 shirts. So as you can see, it is given from 0 we are given 5, that is 5 shirts, and here 5 to 10. So if 2 unit length hai, agar 2 unit length hai, then that means it is 10 shirts. As you can see, second unit length में ये 10 shirts है, and on Tuesday the sale was 10 shirts. So in this way we will read this bar graph, and here we are given some questions. What information does the above bar graph give? Now this thing is given in the question itself. The bar graph shows the number of shirts sold from Monday to Saturday in a ready-made shop. This is already given in the question. As you can see over here, it is showing the sale of shirts in a ready-made shop from Monday to Saturday. So this is the answer for the first question. This is the information that the bar graph is providing. Next. What is the scale chosen on the horizontal line representing number of shirts? So here we are given the number of shirts sold in the horizontal line, and the scale is given with the graph. It is 1 unit length is equal to 5 shirts. So the answer is 1 unit length is equal to 5 shirts is the scale chosen on the horizontal line representing number of shirts. Next. On which day were the maximum number of shirts sold? How many shirts were sold on that day? So here we are asked 2 questions कि कौन से दिन पे maximum number of shirts sell हुए थे और कितने shirts sell हुए थे. So here as we can see, on Saturday the bar is the longest, the height of the bar is the longest. Here as you can see, this is the longest bar, and that is on Saturday. So maximum shirts were sold on Saturday. And how much? If you look at this using a straight line, it can be observed that 60 shirts were sold on that day. Next, on which day were the minimum number of shirts sold? From the bar graph, it can be observed that minimum number of shirts were sold on Tuesday. As you can see, this is the smallest bar, and as I told you before, the number of shirts sold on this day is equal to 10. How many shirts were sold on Thursday? So from the bar graph, we can see that the number of shirts sold on Thursday is equal to 35. That is, starting from this bar, if we draw a straight line, it can be seen that it is representing the number 35. So on Thursday 35 shirts were sold. In this way you need to write the solution in your notebook. Question number 3. Observe this bar graph which shows the marks obtained by Aziz in half-yearly examination in different subjects. Answer the given questions. A. What information does the bar graph give? B. Name the subject in which Aziz scored maximum marks. C. Name the subject in which he has scored minimum marks. D. State the name of the subject and marks obtained in each of them. So in question number 3, we are given a bar graph, and what does it say? What information does the bar graph give? It shows the marks obtained by Aziz in half-yearly examination in different subjects. So this is the information given by the bar graph. Now as you can see, question number 3 is much similar to question number 2, which we have already discussed. So you need to solve question number 3 on your own and write the proper solution in your notebook.